A few weeks after the earthquake, when I went to visit Mrs. Thybulle downtown in the library, and everybody had these bright yellow t-shirts with the name of the library and all of the sponsors who had helped. And that was very comforting to see everybody working like busy little bees and getting into buildings and getting collections out and getting them packed into boxes. And I was thinking, wow, okay, I'm not alone.
Especially that day we were taking care of a neighboring library, one of the congregation of priests, a very ancient patrimonial collection. The old 80-year-old priest was alone with his collection. He could not even move the shelves to get the books under it. So my young technicians went with casks and boots and masks to help him move the library and shelter the books into boxes.
Can you describe some of the damage that happened to your actual libraries?
One library, municipal library in Petit Guave, practically exploded. It opened like a flower. I've never seen anything like it. And in the National Library around Port-au-Prince, the left building collapsed into our yard. The right building also collapsed into our yard. We stood. That's a miracle. That is a miracle.
In the case of the libraries, the library within the cultural center wasn't too damaged because the main building is really very sturdy and we didn't have much damage in it. There's just some repairs to be done at the end of the building. But a lot of the community libraries, which were throughout the city in the metropolitan area, were severely damaged or collapsed. Some were within churches with youth groups, some were in little cultural centers, and right now it's very difficult to restart the services, even though the staff is very dynamic and has very inventive ways of going into schools, going into communities, and still giving services and do activities with children.
Some of the funds have been set up and there are places where people can contribute. Can you tell us about ones that you think are being successful?
Well, starting with ALA launched a fundraising campaign at the last meeting in DC, and it was President Camilla Alier who had proposed that this fundraising effort, and this is something that we support because it's going to be directly for major libraries for the reconstruction of libraries, and that's a very important step. Other than that, of course, there is the IFLA initiatives, and I would say for librarians to go to their regional associations is the best way to go through, because we have been members of these associations for years. We have been members of ALA, of Acuril, and sometimes it's better to go through these associations because they know who to contact. And that we really thank them for these initiatives that are going to help us.